Britt's shocking collapse exposes a massive medical deception after a saline syringe clue changes everything. Meanwhile, Sidwell's ruthless Jacinda trap stuns Ezra. Jocelyn prepares for a bloody showdown with Cullum, and Cassius' fake Nathan identity is finally set to unravel in a heartbreaking farewell before he disappears. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. If you enjoyed the videos, please subscribe and hit the like button. General Hospital. Britt's saline syringe. Sidwell's Jacinda trick stuns Ezra. General Hospital recap reveals that some new information came to light about the syringe found in Britt Westbourne's room. Gen Sidwell also caught Ezra Boyle off guard using some deception involving Jacinda Bracken. So here's how Thursday's episode played out. For starters, it was revealed that Britt and Rocco Falconeri were staying in Tortola, British Virgin Islands. Rocco assured Britt that he had no regrets about coming with her, but she knew he missed his family and thought it would help if he could check up on them. That's why Britt handed over a tablet with a VPN and let Rocco look up some Port Charles news. Rocco saw that Sidwell shot Lucas Jones and escaped, so Britt was glad to hear Lucas was okay. Britt's hand tremors started back up, but she hid the symptom from Rocco and sent him off to get dressed for their next outing. Rocco came back to find Britt unconscious on the floor, but she regained consciousness and refused to contact a doctor. Britt insisted she just needed to rest on the sofa instead, so Rocco helped her get settled in. Back in PC, Danny Morgan found Charlotte Cassadine on the verge of burning her passport and questioned her. Charlotte insisted she didn't need it since Valentin Cassadine ditched her to turn himself in and would likely land back in prison. Charlotte eventually got a call from a number she didn't recognize and answered it thinking it might be Valentin. Instead, it was Rocco using the burner phone Britt had given him, so he told Charlotte that he needed her help. At the Metro Court Gardens, Laura Collins came clean to Jordan Ashford about the fact that Sidwell had been blackmailing her, but she was glad it was all over now. Jordan didn't think Laura should drop her guard since Sidwell would likely be out for revenge. When Ezra bumped into Jacinda, she didn't pay much attention to him. Ezra made his way over to Laura and Jordan's table to celebrate their freedom from Sidwell, but he bolted when he seemingly got a text from Jacinda about wanting to catch up in a hotel suite. Ezra set a romantic scene in that suite and prepared for Jacinda's arrival, but it turned out it was a trap set by Sidwell. To ensure that Ezra would get back to him in a timely manner, Sidwell mirrored Jacinda's phone and posed as her so Ezra would come running. Sidwell made it clear that he wasn't going to walk away from the project he'd poured so much time and effort into. Since Sidwell also had scores to settle with his enemies, he expected Ezra to help or face his wrath. Meanwhile, Sonny filled Rick in on a trap of his own. Since Sonny knew who killed Marco Rios, Sonny planned to use that info to lure Sidwell out of hiding and kill him. At General Hospital, Joe Fitzpatrick was eager to question an injured suspect who was an associate of Sidwell's and mulled over how Nathan West aka Cassius Faison got ambushed. Joe spoke to Dante Falconeri about the possibility of Sidwell having an inside man before turning his attention to Lucas Jones later. That led to Joe asking Lucas about saline since it was found in a syringe tied to an ongoing investigation. Lucas suggested it was harmless on its own and would basically do nothing, so fans got a big clue about Britt's Huntington's medication actually being a trick. Over with Dante, he talked to Elizabeth Baldwin about Britt tracking Rocco and Britt to the British Virgin Islands, but it was hard waiting to learn more. Dante wanted to dash off to search for Rocco, but he knew he had to be careful and not alert Cullum to anything. Elizabeth gave Dante a pep talk about his fractured co-parenting relationship with Lulu Spencer and stayed hopeful about Rocco's homecoming. At Nina Reeves' place, Nathan found out she was still digging into Lisa Lebrecht's whereabouts and didn't seem thrilled about it. Nathan spoke to Nina about the end of his romance with Lulu and worried about messing up as a father to James West. After Nina sang Nathan's praises and played up how he was the best brother, she told him she loved him as she left. Cassius muttered that he loved his sis too once Nina was gone and seemed distraught over all his lies. General Hospital spoilers say the walls will start closing in on Cassius soon. Today's next update. Jocelyn kills Cullum during Bloody Spoon Island showdown? General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jocelyn Jacks will have another chance to put all her WSB training to good use. Jocelyn will continue to face tricky situations at Windermere, but she'll think fast and could reap big rewards in the aftermath. General Hospital head writers Elizabeth Corter and Chris Van Etten recently spoke to SOD about Jocelyn's role in what could be Ross Cullum's final showdown. It turns out Cullum will try to flee Spoon Island with Britt Westbourne and Lisa Lebrecht's work. Perhaps Cullum will get tipped off to news that the jig is up when it comes to his double agent status. Once Cullum is backed into a corner, he may try to escape with the prototype and plan to move forward with the cold fusion project elsewhere. Cullum may cling to it as his only victory left, but a major defeat will inevitably follow. However, Jocelyn will score some help from someone surprising in a dire moment. This could give Jocelyn the opportunity to finish Cullum for good. A timely arrival affords Jocelyn one last chance to stop Cullum, resulting in a bloody battle on Spoon Island. Corte and Van Etten teased. Jocelyn's heroics bring her to the attention of Zed, and when it's all over, she'll hold several fates in her hands and face reckonings across Port Charles. Since this battle is about to turn bloody, Cullum is presumably a goner. There's no way Jocelyn is letting Cullum leave with something that could become such a powerful, destructive weapon. As for who the timely arrival will be, it's possible it'll be Zed himself since he's about to get involved in this mess. It's also possible it'll be Carly Spencer since GH spoilers say she'll take matters into her own hands to help Jocelyn. Regardless, Jocelyn is the young WSB heroine that we've followed throughout this whole storyline. It makes sense for Jocelyn to be the one to take Cullum out and impress Zed in the process. This could make Jocelyn a WSB superstar and leave Zed with big plans for her future. Carly Spencer isn't going to be happy about those plans, so look for her to clash with Zed once he makes it to Port Charles. General Hospital spoilers say Jocelyn and Cullum's final face-off is sure to bring some must-see TV. Today's next update, Cassius Nathan charade falls apart, says final goodbye. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Nathan West aka Cassius Faison will experience a major downfall. After Cassius' world gets turned upside down, he'll have to make some difficult choices about his future. Cassius has actually enjoyed stepping into Nathan's shoes and feeling all that love for once in his life. It's clear that Cassius isn't the same sweet soul that Nathan was, but he's not all bad either. Cassius may be the one who threw Jocelyn Jax into captivity, but he also saved her life multiple times since he stopped Jen Sidwell and Ross Cullum from eliminating her. Of course, Cassius has enjoyed playing the role of James West's dad as well, but he's actually the boy's uncle. James might ultimately be a weak spot that could put Cassius' freedom in jeopardy. According to General Hospital's summer preview spoilers, Cassius will indeed gamble with his freedom to bid farewell to someone. After Cassius' true identity is exposed, he'll stick around to tell someone goodbye instead of making a quick getaway. It's possible that could be Lulu Spencer, but James might be the more likely contender here. Cassius has told plenty of lies as part of his Nathan charade, but his love for James was genuine. Maybe Cassius will corner James to let him know he's sorry for his deception and that he'll always treasure their time together. James isn't Cassius' son, but Cassius might insist he's the best nephew a guy could ask for. Cassius might also apologize for duping James about Nathan's return from the grave and for whatever pain he might have caused by tarnishing his brother's memory. Regardless, Cassius will risk getting caught by the authorities when he's hanging around for a heartfelt goodbye, so that says a lot about how important this farewell will be to him. However, General Hospital spoilers suggest Cassius will still be able to make his escape, so he may disappear and carry the memories of his time as Nathan with him. This could leave the door open for Cassius to potentially return somewhere down the line.